Previously on the final pitch.
I'm not going to make any offers.
I'd like you to be part of the Digital Pilipinas program on EdTech, so we're coming in as a strategic partner here.
We would love to explore that with you. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you.
Maybe I can invite you to do a demo in my company.
Provide us a demo and then I can hook you up with our network.
You have something going, and from my end, would love to collaborate or would love to be a resource for you.
Look, I'm willing to put in $10,000 angel check into your business with a $1 million cap.
We're willing to do the same thing.
I would love to accept your offer. Welcome to Britannia.
I'm willing to put in 10K USD at no less than 5%.
If we could work on that aspect without the equity, we'd love to
Sorry,
work with
no.
you.
Anyway, all the best, guys.
Thank you.
This week, the last set of entrepreneurs will close the curtains for this season's Tech Edition. My name is John Aguilar, and I'm a serial entrepreneur based in Manila, Philippines. I've gathered a formidable cast of business and industry leaders on the lookout to fund and support the country's rising tech startups. Wei Zhou, CEO of Coins.ph. Francis Plaza, co-founder and CEO of PayMongo. Avin Ong, founder and CEO of Fredly Group of Companies. Amor Maclang, co-founder of Geyser Maclang. Rose Ong, senior executive vice president and COO of Wilcon Depot. And John Yanuschak, president and CEO of UBX. Many will try, but only a few will make it to the final pitch. First to pitch is a company from General Santos City, hosting a one-stop service mobile app which caters to the daily needs of its customers. Hi, Chris and Karil.
Hi, John.
So you are a husband and wife team all the way from General Santos City.
Yes.
Interesting tidbit about you guys is that apart from what you're pitching today, you actually own a goat farm.
Yes.
Right. So how many goats do you have?
200 plus.
Right.
And what's interesting is that we started that goat farm in the location where there's no water and electricity.
Really? So this whole startup thing must be a piece of cake compared to that, right? I mean,
Yes.
No, it's not really a piece of cake, but it's a different challenges, but we're up to it.
After years of trying to run that goat farm, this is going to be a different challenge for you guys.
Yeah.
I know that because you are great partners, I think there's a good chance that it will succeed. Let's see if you guys have what it takes to land an investment today.
Yes, we're hoping as well.
So Chris and Karil, you're up next. Good luck.
Thank you. Hello, investor judges. I'm Carol Pizon, co-founder and CEO of Avada Philippines. And we are here seeking for 10 million peso investment for a 10% equity of Avada. Now let me introduce to you to Karen and her neighbors. Karen is from San Pedro, Laguna, and she posted in social media looking for a plumber because of her clogged sink. Then another neighbor posted on social media looking for an electrician. Then another one posted on social media looking for a pest control. Now we understand the pain of Karen and her neighbors. We understand the inconvenience of no one to call to in case of emergency. But the problem of hiring random people through social media is that we don't know if they're credible or qualified to do the job. Too much hassle and stress. Now let's put aside Karen and her neighbor's pain for a while. Now let's go to another type of problem that our society is currently facing. Now due to pandemic, a lot of businesses closed down and a lot of people went jobless, right? Lucky for others, they were able to digitize their services. That's why we have a lot of e-learning platform, food and grocery delivery, and even live selling. Nowadays, with the new normal, 8 out of 10 SMEs in the Philippines see digital technologies improving business performance and customer experience. With the two pains presented, we have a solution. Investor judges, I'm proud to introduce to you Avada. Avada is a marketplace for on-demand services for Karen and her neighbors, and to those who can relate, we are offering them Avada for convenience. They can now have easy access for their emergency and daily needs. So we are a two-sided platform. We have the customers and the service providing partners. So with the customers, we took a conservative 1% of the total population of online shoppers in the Philippines. Why them? Because they are the one accustomed in using a mobile app for their in availing goods and services. Then we have the service providing partners. They are the registered MSMEs, TESDA certified, and licensed professionals. So we are primarily earning from the 10 peso booking rate charge, and it's a flat rate, and also from a 3.5% with a cap of 200 commission per done transaction, and of course from annual subscriptions and advertisements. We currently onboarded more than 300 service providing partners in Gensan and CDO combined. Our market adoption, we will be collaborating with homeowners associations, Chamber of Commerce, organizations, and cooperatives, and we will be giving them a perpetual referral fee of 3 pesos per successful bookings. Investor judges, do you want to make Philippines economy go back to its pre-pandemic level? Problem solved with Avada. So I want to introduce my husband. He will be distributing the cell phones first so that you can navigate our app.
But just so you know, you were very successful in converting me into an Avada user. Yeah, I just downloaded it, yeah.
So you're also working with B2B. What do you provide to B2B? Labor.
Ma'am, Avada is a marketplace. So if, for example, if your business is aircon repair services, so whatever you offer in your shop, you put it in Avada.
Do you have any real customers using the app, like from a test perspective? Like, I mean, you must have friends and family trying this out.
Yes, the recent one that we have is a friend who is in Dubai. She needed a pest control. Even if she is in Dubai, she can maintain her house through Avada.
Well, we are a marketing company, so provided you can actually fulfill, we could get you services. I don't know that I want to put money into this, though. The reason why I'm kind of saying this is because you're not a giant marketplace, and you're going to be competing with some giant marketplaces. So the opportunity for them to kind of swallow you up is still a bit big. I like it. I think it has potential, but I'm going to come out and say it. I don't think your team at this point is equipped to take it on.
Yeah, I guess like challenge me on this one, but like behaviorally as Filipinos, especially in smaller communities, we know where we get our services from, right? And we sort of do repeat. So somehow, if I know a plumber in my town, I go back to the plumber. I'm trying to get a feel whether
your plumber, sir, is not available?
Okay.
Right? You really need it and you don't have it. So there is an app that addresses the need.
I think they are inspired by all those looking for questions on Facebook. And to be honest, it's a lot. Like, I always see people looking for this and that.
There are a lot of people crowdsourcing in Facebook, but they're not serious.
Oh, they are not serious?
They're not serious, yeah. Because they still go for those, providers that they trust.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a trust issue here. And then you have to standardize, because, labor here, there's no set of standards, It's just that, you have to go through the proper channel.
So I'm not gonna invest in this business. I applaud you. Love the energy, by the way.
Yeah.
I applaud the acquisition of the suppliers. It looks like a cool app. It's by the way, talk is cheap, so it's easy for us to be critics. But it looks really cool. But I would like to see you demonstrate consumer demand, and you just haven't done it at this point yet. And my suggestion to you, for your benefit, is I don't think you have to spend a lot of money to do that. But if you do that and you came back with those kinds of metrics, I think it would be a little more interesting for me.
Thank you, investor judges. although we did not get what we wanted, but the suggestions from the investor judges were very relevant and very important. So we're gonna work on it and probably come back and become the best of the best.
I feel like they might have been better served by starting with proving the demand.
Yeah, first. Yeah.
First, right?
Before
Instead of kind of build it and they will
build
come.
the, you know, wide network
Yeah.
of.
But anyways, but I don't know. Like I said, easy to be a critic, I guess.
Up next,
I'm here today asking for 50 million pesos investment in return of 10% equity.
I think we'd like to invest with you. I'm still trying to think of how much of it.
Yeah, so we're going to offer you 250,000.
last to pitch is an educator from Cagayan de Oro City who aims to unburden teachers and students by improving faculty productivity. Hey, John and Christian.
Hi, John.
Hi, John.
So I found out something really interesting about you guys. So you're co-founders in your startup, but you actually met accidentally. You met in a coffee shop.
Yeah.
That's correct.
How did that happen?
So it's just two tables, so I approach him, and then something sparked.
Okay.
We start talking to each other,
Okay.
and then later on we work with each other, and then we became compares.
That's like, that does not happen by accident. That happened for a reason.
I do agree.
We chose you here because we believe that what you have to offer the judges is something that is going to be good, not just for them as an investment, but for a lot of students who you serve. So you're the last startups. You're up next. Good luck.
Thank you. Thank you, John.
Good afternoon, judges. I'm Christian Casino, and I'm the sales and marketing head of Wella School System. I'm here today asking for 50 million pesos investment in return of 10% equity in my company. 8 out of 10 teachers with an average of 30 to 40 students per class is having a hard time to monitor each student, especially if they are stressed and burdened with paperworks. And 9 out of 10 parents doesn't have the peace of mind not knowing the going-ons of their child after they leave home. Especially there are parents need to go abroad, work to different places, need to leave their families, and they felt totally disconnected about their child's schooling. And now I bring you the school mobile application where all the parents will be updated anytime, anywhere. With this app, all the parents will be updated anytime, anywhere. And when it comes to our value proposition, using our platform, all the transactions of the school from news and announcement, updates, admission, billing and payments, gradings. With Wella School System, it can be done as fast as 30 minutes compared to their traditional method that it takes 1 to 4 weeks to complete. The potential is really big. It is the entire K-12 private schools, including the colleges here in the Philippines. And for the K-12 alone, it has a 3 billion pesos business value. We actually started last 2017 with 3 paying schools. And now, this school year 2022, we are already partnered with more than 190 plus private schools from kinder to colleges. And not just here in the Philippines, but also few in abroad. Over the years, using our technology, we were able to bridge the gap between the parents, the student, and the school. Join us to be the leading edutech when it comes to education technology. Thank you, judges. May I call in my co-founder, Mr. John Vincent Phil?
I can understand you want to expand your sales force, but why would you want to give up any piece of your company for investment when you seem to be perfectly capable of getting clients already?
We want to grow rapidly. Like other companies, they're getting investments to expedite the
they
process.
want to accelerate
So
their growth. Yeah.
That's right. That's what we're looking into. We want to quote the Philippines, and just this year as well, we are creating our team in Indonesia, slowly exploring our reach there.
Any customers in Indonesia?
Yeah, we have one. So we just started by March, and we are hoping to get at least 3 more this year as our early adopters in Indonesia.
I think we'd like to invest with you. I'm still trying to think of how much of it, but
Yeah, so we're going to offer you 250,000 US dollars at a 5 million valuation.
all right. One of the things that we need to be looking at with you is your stakeholder engagement and your governance policies. So the deal for me is this. I don't want to offer quite as much as UBX. I'll offer 50K USD. I still think the 5 million valuation is probably appropriate. What we'll do is we'll work with your company to make sure that you have the appropriate engagement with the NLAs, national line agencies, with the appropriate governance. Your organization will learn how to engage stakeholders appropriately, and of course, we will be able to expose you to other countries as well.
Right. So I'm very interested in what you guys are doing, but it definitely couldn't lead any round. I mean, I'm definitely minor compared to what John Jay have offered. So I would be anchoring to his offer, but also contingent to, I guess, the terms on the term sheet that we'll come up with post this one. But I'm willing to add $25,000 to the same terms.
I guess the offer is the best, but if you could just give us at least 5 minutes to talk about it.
Do you need my help?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So John is offering parang half of the valuation, right? Like,
$250,000.
yeah, that is 12 million, somewhere around 12 and 500 for 5%. So that
But
is
you were originally offering.
5 million for 1%.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So half. And the rest of them is offering the same valuation.
Yeah, same
Yeah.
valuation.
But they're just adding up, topping up.
So basically, John Jay is leading the round. So Francis was interested, so was Brad. They really needed to anchor on someone who would lead the round.
Yeah.
So it looks like John Jay and his team are very interested to work with you guys. So I think bottom line, what did you come here for? What did you come here on this show for?
Up next,
What I'm offering is 250,000 US dollars at a $5 million valuation.
For us, we're going to offer 50.
And so for my end, it's $25,000.
So,
All right.
it's kind of confusing.
But
I'll offer 50K USD.
We're going to offer you 250,000.
I'm willing to add $25,000.
If you could just give us at least 5 minutes to talk about it.
Do you need my help?
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
So John is offering parang half of the
200.
valuation, right? And the rest of them is offering the same valuation.
Yeah, same. So I think bottom line, what did you come here on this show for? That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, you guys decide. It's your company. If you want them on board, I think you know what to do.
Okay.
Thank you for your offer, investor judges.
Like what Chris said, we really like the offer and even the extension of helping us to go offshore or help us with our operations. It's just that the valuation that we would like to negotiate with.
Okay, what you asked for was 1 million US dollars at a $10 million valuation.
Yeah.
What I'm offering is 250,000 US dollars at a $5 million valuation.
All right. Thank you, John.
We also wanted to hear again the offer of Brad.
For us, we're going to offer 50.
Okay. Thank you for that, Brad. And Francis, you're offering
so for my end,
25,000.
anchoring on them, it's $25,000. But of course, I'll be your resource, thinking about the product, technology, and any financial rails that you may need as well.
So, all right. It's kind of confusing since it's really hard to choose.
But we'd like to accept the offer from the three. Welcome to Wella.
Atin to.
All right. Well done, guys.
Thank you. So there were three of them who got interested and offered. Considering their expertise and more than the fund that they can provide, we welcome them on board, the three of them. So yeah, we're excited to work with the three. Hopefully we can create a great synergy.
Well, thanks for tagging along, guys. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it helps them out.
I'm actually curious about, I guess, the thinking that you had to go through and making this decision.
You know, we always looked at certain ecosystems that were very fractured in the Philippines as opportunity areas. Secondhand mobility, like motorcycles and cars, is like one of them. Healthcare, a huge one, but education. And the thing about education is, like, it is core and deep to everyone, right? Like, people care about education and they definitely spend money on it.
Investor judges, what an ending. I'm very happy with how things have ended this season. This has been the tech edition, and I can say that a lot of people who are watching this season have learned a lot. That includes me. And at this point, I'd like to invite you for the ceremonial toast. Investors and the investor teams, this is the 8th season of the final pitch. This is our tech edition. Thank you for being part of this season. I thank you for not just the investments, but the support, the mentorship that you have given our entrepreneurs who have pitched on this season. A lot of them have come from all across the country. Now I'd like to find out from all of you what has been the most significant thing that has happened the past 2 days that is going to be memorable for you. So, Francis?
First of all, John, thank you so much for inviting me. I'm immensely grateful for having had the opportunity to meet my fellow awesome investor judges. Of course, most importantly, the founders of these great startups who are obviously very passionate and has the grit to take this country forward. So I'm coming out of this final pitch a lot more optimistic of what the next few years of this country will be. So I'm super bullish of what the future holds.
Thank you, Francis. John?
John, I think we all know it's been a very, very tough market lately, especially in venture capital. And as a result, the bar has been raised for a founder, for an entrepreneur to get funded. And everyone who pitched today, I think, demonstrated how they've all responded to how high the bar is. I think it really reaffirms our faith in the resiliency, the innovation, and the future of this great country. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Wei?
I think for me, the biggest takeaway for me is learning. I came here with 20 plus years of investing, right? What I'm really amazed here is at sort of the can-do attitude of the founders here, and then also the learning attitude, the receptiveness to learn about things and to sort of meet the challenges, not just within their own business, but also to learn about things outside of sort of their comfort zone. I really want to take it with me and sort of explain it to my cohorts and my peers in other markets. It's like, hey guys, Philippines is a great place to invest in. You can bring your knowledge here and people will listen to you. You can bring your capital here and people will take your capital. and the third thing is like, you can actually make a lot of money here. So for me, like, I want to, fund and build, many unicorns here. So, thank you.
Rose?
Thank you for having me again. And of course, congratulations to you and Monica and to everyone behind, beside, and in front of this, So yeah, it was really a learning experience for me. I learned a lot, basically from everyone, including my co-investors, and I will bring it to my workplace. And at the same time, I'm happy to be able to share whatever, little knowledge I have. I'm happy that we were able to give them opportunity, and I really, really am very happy because I gained new friends, and of course, I'll be gaining potential yield.
Yes. Thank you, Rose. Evan?
First of all, thank you so much, John, Monica, and to the rest of the Final Pitch team for having us. And it's so good to be able to share our knowledge to all the other entrepreneurs. This actually reminded me when I founded my own company 8 years ago. So it was very fulfilling for me to be able to help the entrepreneurs. And let me go back to your first question to me during the very start of this show.
So my question to you was, are you ready to earn your first billion selling flavored milk tea or helping the next startup unicorn from the Philippines?
Yeah, and I answered, I'm ready to do both. And after this show, I'm ready to earn the next billion together with the Philippines' next unicorn.
There you go. There you go. Amor?
Mine's going to be a little bit personal. I came in primarily because I believe in the two of you. But when I saw how you engaged with the startups, and I get really emotional when I think about it, then I now know what you stand for. And I want, for as long as I can, we're going to be here to support you, to put the Philippines on the map for both technology and also for innovation. I think this is an inspiration. We gained friends, and the startups are just such an inspiration. I'm gonna stop now because I don't want to cry. You guys are awesome. Super,
yeah.
Amazing.
Brad?
Yeah, John, I think one thing your audience doesn't necessarily see is how you turn a bunch of first-timers or casual acquaintances into a community. And it's really something special in a world of cutthroat competition that you can do something like that. I don't know, in the mind of an entrepreneur, the difference between fantasy and future history is really slight. It's interesting seeing that tapestry of dreams that gets presented in front of us and aspirations, and to really invest and to choose what becomes future history.
Thank you for that very kind words. As we come to a close, I'd like to thank everyone again here today. Every single member of your investor teams, our hardworking crew in Street Park Productions and Dragon's Nest. You are the secret sauce of the Final Pitch. And of course, I would like to thank and give special credit to my wife and partner, Monica, for going on this entrepreneurship journey with me and allowing us to be able to work, collaborate, and do this with all of you. And I would just like to thank you for everything. And yeah.
Well, I always tell this to John that entrepreneurship journey takes a different kind of stomach. Enterprising, different stomach. Entrepreneurial, different stomach. I only have the enterprising stomach, and it hasn't been very easy, but it's a journey that I will always walk with you.
Thank you. So I think everything that needs to be said has been said, and at this point, there is nothing left to do but to propose a toast. To entrepreneurship, to nation building, and to the Final Pitch, Season 8. Cheers!
Cheers!